on 7 News. A college student terrorized.
There was nothing that I could do. I was really scared.
When a night out takes a terrifying turn, her story on Just One station.
Could we see more clouds and rain for the work week? I'll have the latest. There's no place like home. The Dolphins raiding the field with a win.
A great white like you've never seen before, or cameras inches from the mighty beast.
Plus, first it was Mariah, now this is American Idol. Good evening, I'm Wsvn.
And I'm Blake Berman. The night team first at 10 starts now. This is 7 News at 10.
I don't really have a choice. It's either my life, it's my soul, or it's do what he wants.
On Just One station, a college student fearing for her life. An armed robber comes from behind and takes all she has. Good evening. She was walking home when a van pulled up, a gunman jumping out.
In his hands, a rifle. On his mind, money. The night team's Alex DePrado live in Coconut Grove tonight with this exclusive. Alex?
Well, Blake, this University of Miami student is too scared to reveal her identity. She was actually walking down this street on her way home to this apartment building behind us when she was attacked. And tonight she is reliving the scariest moments of her life with the hope she can arm others with information that prevents them from becoming a victim.
They put a double-barreled, long, hunting-style gun at my chest.
The gun jabbed into her chest came with a demand.
He just said repeatedly, give me everything you have, give me everything you have.
The University of Miami law student was alone and had just gotten out of a cab at Virginia Street and Coconut Avenue in Coconut Grove and was headed home. It was 2:30 a.m. Saturday, September 8th.
I had walked maybe 2 blocks, had another, couple blocks to go before reaching where I needed to be.
That is when the gunman came around the corner and snatched the 22-year-old's purse along with her keys and cell phone.
It was all blurred. It probably happened in 30 seconds.
The white getaway van with a driver inside idled nearby.
The guy's getaway car was like a van, and you don't know that someone's not going to want to take you with them.
The thug got in the van and it sped off, leaving the young woman helpless on the street. She ran to John Johnson's home and knocked on his door.
She falls into my arms. She's like, please help me. I'm like, okay, but what's going on? She's like, I just got held up.
Police scoured the area but turned up nothing. This woman says the experience has taught her to always be with a buddy.
Don't travel alone. Don't take a cab home alone, period.
And she's learned even steps from home, no one is safe.
Well, it only takes one bad person to come and ruin your sense of safety, no matter where you are.
Well, that student says she'd now like to become a prosecutor and lock up criminals. If you have any information on who was behind this, call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. You can remain anonymous. We're live in Coconut Grove tonight. I'm Alex DePrado, 7 News Night Team.
Full live look now outside our 7 News studios tonight. A dry night, but the question for your work week, are you ready for rain?
Three's company in the tropics, a hurricane, a Caribbean concern, and what could bring us more rain in the days ahead. Well, this is Vivian Gonzalez live in Weather Center to break it all down for us, Vivian.
That's right, Robin, Blake, in South Florida. Good evening. We are watching 3 areas in the tropics. We have Hurricane Nadine, which is a northbound, an area of low pressure east of the Western Antilles, and an area of low pressure in the Gulf of Mexico. This one's located in the northwestern Gulf of Mexico. It's producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms, and development, if any, will be slow to occur. The latest model runs are showing that this one's going to be moving through Louisiana and pretty much bring a lot of rain over the Gulf Coast states in the next couple of days. But it's going to be merging with the front. So basically, it's just going to add to more rain around parts of the Gulf Coast states. And this one's going to merge as early as Tuesday with that front. For us, we're going to have winds of change and a good chance of rain all the way through Wednesday as that front washes out. To that area of low pressure that's 300 miles east of the Western Antilles. It's moving west at around 15 miles per hour. It's producing very minimal shower and thunderstorm activity, and the latest model runs are showing that it's going to be moving through the Caribbean, possibly bring a lot of rain through Jamaica and parts of the northwestern Caribbean, so even parts of the Yucatan in the next couple of days. However, there's an area of high wind shear in the Caribbean, which this one will have to overcome. It's going to be keeping it in check in order for it to develop. Here's Hurricane Nadine, sustaining winds at 75 miles per hour. So where is it going? We're going to take a look at that in my full forecast.
That's more like it. Your Miami Dolphins back at home, and the Fins win. It was a first for the head coach, a first for the quarterback as well.
And a career day for the starting running back. A nice W. The 19 was probably live in the place with the recap for us, Mike.
Oh, really nice. And so much for the Dolphins being disrespected as 2.5-point underdogs to Oakland in the home opener. There was a first for rookie quarterback Ryan Tannehill and for veteran running back Reggie Bush. First quarter, no score. Dolphins first possession, third and goal. Tannehill takes it in himself. 2-yard TD. It's his first career NFL touchdown. Fins are up 7-0. Still the first, second possession for the Raiders, and Carson Palmer with a short pass to Mike Goodson. Goodson gets a couple of blocks, and he's going to take it 64 yards to the end zone, and that ties the game at 7. The Raiders would lead 10-7 at halftime. It's started the third quarter, and here's Reggie Bush. He breaks not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4 tackles for a 23-yard touchdown. Bush had 2 touchdowns on the day, including a 65-yard run. Reggie with a career-high 26 carries for 132 yards. Dolphins win 35-13. The win was emotional for head coach Joe Philbin.
I had my entire family here today, my mom and dad and my 5 siblings. This is good. After 5 tough weeks of losses, rough locker rooms. We knew we were improving every week. We knew we were going to get the wins, but to finally have the win come in our first home game in front of a big crowd was a lot of fun.
This game is huge for us. We talked about all week, it's bouncing back, getting the victory here at home, and just winning one game.
Feels great. I mean, it's the first game as a home opener that since I've been around we've won, so it's a thrilling thing.
I guess when the owner's happy, it's all good. So the Dolphins win the home opener for the first time since 2005. The Fins are now 1-1. They look to keep it going next Sunday at Sun Life against the New York Jets. That'll keep the stadium rocking with Fins and Jets fans when they get together. More later in sports. From the Plex, Mikey Pasquale, 7 News 19.
And in other news tonight, things getting a little too hot to handle in downtown Miami. A fire sparking from a barbecue on the 25th floor of a high-rise along Biscayne Boulevard and 11th Street. There's flames spreading through some nearby lawn chairs. Crews did contain that fire to the balcony. No one was injured. Danger on the job. A 7 News viewer snapping this photo of a police cruiser crash along Southwest 40th Street and 27th Avenue in Southwest Miami-Dade. The impact damaging the front bumper of the cruiser. You can see it on the back of that tow truck there. A big portion hanging off. Crews hauling it away. No one, though, was injured. A disturbing discovery in Hollywood. An elderly woman's body pulled from the water inside a community along Sheridan Street and Park Road. The 89-year-old pronounced dead on the scene. Authorities believe she was a resident of a nearby assisted living facility.
Well, it's a very serious threat overseas. Afghan soldiers going rogue, as it's being called, turning their guns on both American and allied troops. 3 attacks in the past 3 days alone. Today in Afghanistan, 4 Americans killed. They are called blue-on-green attacks. It's when Afghan security forces turn their weapons on coalition or Afghan soldiers, those who are supposed to be their allies. The latest attack coming Sunday near Kabul.
In the early morning hours today, members of the Afghan police shot 4 ISAF service members, and both incidents are under investigation right now, and we need to do our findings now.
Those killings just a day after 2 British troops died from the same stealth strategy in Helmand province.
In the late afternoon yesterday, a member of the Afghan local police shot 2 British soldiers and was wounding another British soldier. The attacker has been killed during that incident.
The Taliban most always and immediately takes credit for the green-on-blue attack. But one U.S. commander says it's far from reality.
Taliban lie, and we know they lie. We think they overstate their influence on these tragic incidents. We think somewhere around 25% of them are insurgent-related to some degree.
A top U.S. military officer said Sunday the problem of rogue Afghan soldiers and police turning their guns on U.S. and allied troops is a, quote, very serious threat to the war effort. And officials say Afghan insurgents who on Friday raided Camp Bastion got past security forces by wearing blue U.S. uniforms. That camp is home to about 20,000 troops, including, for the moment, Prince Harry. The prince said to be a safe distance away at the time of Friday's assault.
First of all, what I can tell you about Captain Wales is that at no time he was in danger.
Well, Afghanistan also saw protests Sunday in Kabul, demonstrations against the United States. The protesters angry over that controversial film posted on YouTube about Islam, the same movie that has sparked protests in 20 countries, mostly throughout the Middle East, this past week.
What's your choice now? Looking ahead to this week, both President Obama and Mitt Romney heading to Coral Gables. Romney will be on campus at the University of Miami on Wednesday, the president Thursday. Both will be answering questions from a Spanish-language television station. A limited number of students are invited to attend. Two polls released today show a tight race nationally. Gallup has the president up by 3 points. Rasmussen, Romney up 1. That is the first poll since August 25th, showing Romney ahead. The Occupy Wall Street movement resurfacing to mark its 1-year anniversary. Nearly 300 people marching this weekend in New York City. Tomorrow, protesters will converge near the New York Stock Exchange to mark the day they started camping out. The Occupy protest credited with sparking a worldwide movement for income disparity awareness. The mayor of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel, now seeking a court order to end a teacher strike. The walkout now going into its second week and has affected nearly 400,000 public school students, leaving many parents to start considering private schools. The strike, one of the first by Chicago teachers in some 25 years.
Jews across South Florida and the world marking the beginning of a new year. Rosh Hashanah began at sundown tonight. Worshippers attending temple, afterwards eating apples and honey to symbolize a sweet new year. Rosh Hashanah is the beginning of the Jewish high holidays and is followed by Yom Kippur 10 days from now.
And our team is just getting started. A predator out of the water and inches from the camera. Shark wranglers making the massive catch.
A South Florida neighborhood on edge when this croc makes a playground his backyard.
The pilot losing control and falling fast. He would end up tangled and in trouble.
The royal family's next move, topless photos of Prince William's wife spread. What they're going to do about it.
Plus, after countless rumors and speculation, the American Idol judges table is seated.